Hey there everyone, what's up? I'm about to unbox and review the Star Wars Hasbro Rogue One TIE Striker. This is the Nerf edition. I don't know, I think it's the only edition that they made, so let's just open this up right here and see what we've got inside. Now I know I've seen these online before. I got this one when it was on sale, as they're starting to clear out some of their Rogue One stuff and get ready for The Last Jedi. So the first thing that we're going to look at is the action figure it comes with. It is the 3.75 TIE Fighter Pilot. As with most of the new figures, it's got the 5 points of articulation, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the arms, just your basic swivel, and the head is on a ball, and that O2 pack does not come off, but nice detail on there. The back shows some crinkles on the suit, looks very good. Comes with the E11 Imperial blaster rifle that fits in his hand just like that. I do kind of wish that they had given him the blaster pistol, which is more common for TIE pilots to have, but that works just fine. That looks good. We'll put him off to the side. I do have some of the smaller Black Series models and the Hot Wheels model to compare it to later on, and of course the U-Wing to battle it out with. But let's get right down to brass tacks and see what we got in here now. I'm just going to cut some of these open. So that we got the cockpit, it looks like, in here. And get some detail on that. You can see right in through the front, looks pretty good there. Alright, and then we've got the wings. You know what? Here's the instruction manual. Looks pretty basic, and then this thing that you can download this app, and you can do a lot of cool sort of designs with some of your toys that you buy. So it looks like there's assembly there, and that looks pretty good. Not seeing any decals, which is a good sign. I am not a big decal person, as I tend to mess them up. Let's get these wings out of here. There we go. Hopefully I didn't bend that too much. They're pretty bendy, so it looks like if they are, I can just get a blow dryer and bend it back. And then on the side here, we've got the Nerf darts. And now I just have to cut these guys out because, you know, they think people are going to steal that. So let's get 1 and 2. That looks like the cockpit. Overall, not too bad. I've seen a lot worse in terms of security to deal with. And that's all from there, I believe. And now, I mean, this is pretty straightforward. I'm pretty sure that this one goes down here. You know what? I'll just double check. Let's put those there. So it comes in 5 basic pieces: 2 wings, the main cockpit, the access hatch, and then the blaster area, and that must be where the Nerf darts go. So we'll just start assembling it. I'm just going to make sure I get the cockpit correct. It shows this part going front. See, I thought it would be the other way, but all right. Oh yeah, I see. Okay, that makes sense. Alrighty, so those just snap. Should just snap right in there. There we go. Good solid plastic. They've gone back to the nice like hard plastic. I remember when the episode 1 and a lot of the prequel figures came out in the ships, they were using a lot of vinyl materials that gave off a really bad smell. This is better. This is a lot better for sure. Just load this guy in there. There we go. That fits. That works really well. So that's the cockpit assembled. Pretty easy. I am quite pleased with that. Sometimes you have to force it in and do a bunch of other stuff, but that worked out really well. And then this, you know, don't want to speak too soon. That just kind of slides in there. So there's a clip, and then these parts look like they clip onto those little rings. I think you gotta force it a little bit. if I'm not too mistaken here. Let's try and get this in here. There we go. Okay, that one went easy. So if that one worked out, then this one, sometimes it helps just trying different things. There we go. Oh, there we go. It sounds like it's breaking, but it's not. Okay. So, why is that like that and not like the other way? Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, cool. Okay. So it locks in an upward position, which is, I guess, either landing or flight, kind of like S-foils. And then there's this trigger here. When you pull that, it goes into what I'm assuming is the firing mode. Kind of like how X-wings, their S-foils are closed for a greater speed and during hyperspace, and then they open up into a firing position. That works really well. So let's just open that up. There is no landing gear. You have these fixed struts, so it's a little bit wobbly when you place it down. I wish that there was some sort of landing gear there to work on that a bit better. But let's open these guys up. So these just look like your basic sort of Nerf darts. I think you can use any other dart in here as long as it's the same size and shape. I believe these ones glow in the dark, or oh no, they're probably just green because of TIE Fighter. Lasers are just green, so I guess these. Oh, I see. Okay, so that just kind of goes in there like that, and then if you have spares, so I guess if you bought spares, you can do that. And then now, how does it fire? No, I didn't fire it. I don't see how you fire it. That's why we have the handy dandy instructions. Push it until it clicks. Oh, press on the side to fire. Ah, right here. So this part right here, this is the button. Whoa, that's got some kick to it. So it says you push down till it clicks. Oops. Make sure it's there, and then you fire. Wow. All right, and then let's see how the fighter pilot fits in the cockpit. Put him in a nice little sitting position, and there is plenty of room in there for him. That looks really good. I don't know if you can see. Oh, yeah. Looks really good in there. And then knocking this camera all over the place. There we go. And then you can kind of see him in the cockpit. When it closes, it's a bit dark. But that is the Imperial TIE Striker, the 3.75-inch one from Hasbro. And as you can see, it's a pretty good facsimile of the others. I wish that the back cockpit would open. If I remember from some of the books, I think that there's additional troops it can carry or additional equipment, but they don't really do any of that. You can see there's cockpit lines, but nothing there to play with. All in all, good model. Nice little set. Put it in there. That looks even better, I think. Okay, and that's the Hasbro TIE Striker. Like I said, good solid plastic. The wings are a little bit flimsy, so you're gonna want to be careful with that. Compare it to some of the other ones like the X-Wing that they brought out for The Force Awakens, and it's definitely a much solider piece. This plastic is like good solid plastic. Even these braces don't look like they'll break anytime soon, so you should be able to get some wear and tear on this guy without doing too much. I believe that there was a dirtier or weathered version, but I haven't seen that, so I just got this one. And pretty solid ship to add to your collection. I would definitely recommend it, with the main drawbacks being the fact that there are no landing gear. So if you're placing it on a shelf, you're going to want to make sure that it is not kind of like, falling to the side or anything like that to give it. You can see it's a little bit wobbly. Aside from that, though, it's not too bad. And then the Nerf ones, it just does have these Nerf things, but it looks like if you want it to be a little bit more accurate, there's a screw, and it looks like you might be able to unscrew these holsters for the Nerf pellets, and then it'll look a bit more movie accurate. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. As always, please like and subscribe. I'll be doing more and more of these unboxing and reviewing some of the Star Wars, Magic the Gathering. I think I've got a few Batman figures, and I'll be doing some models as well. Alright, have a good day.